We're about to find out.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Board Game Call.
Board Game Call, I like the pause. Oh, we might be live.
Devon's house.
It's Devon's house. Welcome to Devon's house. Devon Talks Tabletop. Let me see if we are live, because I'm not used to doing this from my laptop in other people's houses. Yeah, that's definitely live. We are definitely live. Good morning, everyone. How's it going? We got terrible lighting here, but I can blame Devon because his studio. Well, Devon's coming, so I can have him. We got
block this shiny spot.
Yeah, it's a shiny spot. Let me do this.
Good morning, friends.
There we go. You see, look how clever I was. Except now it's a giant. Now it's a giant. That really is wow. That is good morning, Seth. Good morning, Seth. I did just see for the record, like 2 seconds ago, I saw. Good job. For the record, I saw 2 seconds ago that you messaged me on Discord.
I do a lot of photo content.
Yeah, photo content. So do I. It hasn't made my quality any better. So
that's how I guess Forgotten Waters.
I watched. You touched the shiny stuff. Yeah. So we're at Devon's house right now. We're at Devon Talks Tabletop, which might be confusing to some of y'all because Devon's not here and we're at Devon's house. So what's up with that?
We're taking over. We brought a hamster.
I want to be very clear. Seth, I don't even know what you asked, honestly. I just know I saw your name. And I had no clue what you actually asked. But what I will say is, for the record, I'm going to say this multiple times during the stream, but any super chats that come through today, for any reason whatsoever, are all going to support Devon Talks Tabletop. Just letting you know, just in case you're wondering. So if there's something you want to do that's like obnoxiously super chat based, by all means. The lighting here might be a bit better. I asked Seth if there'd be a live stream today. Yes, Seth, there's a live stream today to answer your question. So Seth, by the way, Seth's the guy who you commented, oh, that's a good Terraforming Mars shirt.
Oh, Seth.
Yeah. Seth was like at my house playing games, and
that was a very good shirt.
Yeah, I sent the picture to our group, and like Meg's like, "Is that Terraforming Mars?" And I sure, I like it. And I was like, "Yeah, it is. Anyways, this is a live stream. Devon's gonna be joining shortly, like I said already. Good morning, Stacy. How's it going? And apologies to those who usually expect these on Wednesday. The problem with a 10 a.m. live stream at Wednesday is what were we doing at 10 a.m. yesterday, Meg?
Which 10 a.m.?
Oh, that's
we're also an hour ahead here because right now it's 11 to us, 9 to us.
9.
Oh my God. I cannot time travel.
Most people can't. we were in the airport yesterday, basically. We were at some point, or rushing to grab food in between flights or something. I mean, probably.
We were on a flight. No, we landed at
9:46.
So, but they took us. Yeah, I was probably running to find food and mad about Shake Shack being closed.
Yeah, that happened. And so we couldn't do a live stream from the airport. We probably could do a live stream from the airport. This is chaotic enough. I didn't want to do that. So yesterday's live stream, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, was pushed to today instead. That means we have a Thursday live stream, but usually it's going to be, what's up?
So Harrison Hughes says, how is Gloomhaven going?
Gloomhaven, well, do you want to answer that? You take that on.
Gloomhaven's on a temporary hiatus this week because of all the travel, but I now have a brand new computer. She's fully built and operational. Alex is hardwired into his internet.
I have two things. So for context, there are two. Gloomhaven in general is going great.
Going great. Yes, sorry. Going great. Loving it. We're both really loving our classes.
Yes.
Like we had a little bit of a bumpy start, and now we're really, really happy with what we're doing.
Yeah.
But we will be starting again Tuesday.
Probably Tuesday, yeah. So probably starting Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. EST. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be Gloomhaven. Rest of the week will be other stuff. That's going to be over on Twitch at Camp Co-op, Camp_Co-op. Apparently there's another Camp Co-op that is not underscore. That has to do with basketball or something. I don't know. But that link is generally, first of all, you can Google it. But secondly, is not in this video because I don't put good descriptions in my live videos. But in any other video I do, you can check the top links. I have a link to Camp Co-op. Past that, as far as how it's going, like Mike said, we having a lot of fun with it. I'm really enjoying the Minefield, going through just destroying things. You're still playing the boot again, having a lot of fun. All things are good there. But it's Thursday. Yes, it is Thursday, but we're also traveling. So that's the thing.
Sadly not tonight.
Yeah. But going to Gloomhaven, so we had two separate issues going on at the same time, and we've been addressing both of them. You've had technical issues with your computer. So Meg's computer was just it's an older computer, is having issues, and we are in the process of building and buying and building a computer. Mm-hmm. And then on my end, I've had internet issues because my internet service provider, Wow Internet, which I used to like, they sold to a company called Breezeline over in Cleveland, which meant I got involuntarily introduced to a new internet service provider that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. They sold out. They really did. It was terrible. It's been really problematic. Not like you can't function in a society problematic, but you can't reliably stream without potentially having an issue, which makes it a not fun experience. So last week we took a complete hiatus from Gloomhaven because we're like, you know what? It's too frustrating to be mid Gloomhaven and have issues. Mm-hmm. We'll play other games and things in the meantime. But right now, this past week, I got my internet hardwired. So my computer that's in the basement is now hardwired to my garbage internet. It's still not perfect, but
You'll
it's
be
better.
hardwired to the better internet eventually.
And then this Sunday, I have a new internet service provider that I'm paying more for because that's my options now, and hopefully we'll have all the issues fixed. Hopefully, this is still streaming, and so you're still going to have anything. Yeah, successful.
Successful and Stacy, because Stacy said so new computer equals not dying as much. My computer won't die as much. My video won't die as much, if that's what you mean. But I think you meant we won't die as much.
There is the slight potential possibility, I have to think it through, that at some point we may have made a suboptimal decision because of the pressures of streaming and the lack of things going well. So maybe, but probably not. Probably it's the same.
I make a lot of bad decisions without excuses.
You guys
have seen me play Gloomhaven. Sometimes I just don't listen to what Alex says at all.
That's not for a while, the first few games I give you a lot of hard times with that. A lot of hard times. But as time has gone on, also I love Gloomhaven Digital, but the amount of times we have misclicked something and we're like, well, that goes the whole situation. That's the only reason.
When I thought we could restart the round, but because the enemies were all last and then we couldn't, I was so angry. That was my other thing about Gloomhaven Digital that we talked about is we could have played it at my house. We could have played physical Gloomhaven. Actually, I wonder if we could have played the computer wasn't on.
That.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to. But I was like, I wish we could play the physical game together once and then input it into the thing. You can't do that.
Yeah. Stacey's like, y'all getting better, and kudos for doing it on stream. I can never. We are definitely getting better. I will acknowledge that. I still think we could be doing hypothetically even better. But that's okay because I'm having fun, honestly. It's one of the whole thing with Twitch in general. One of the things we talked about in general, Twitch for us is completely focused on having fun, and then everything else is secondary. There's not a single thing that we've done yet that's like, well, we have to do this content, we have to cover this game. It's all based on having fun, and so we're currently having fun. And if people are having fun, they'll tune in, and if they're not, that's totally fine. What are you laughing at?
Successful. Alex isn't going to get any better. He's just going to listen to me more. So his own decisions may not still be right, but I think he'll take my advice better.
I mean, most forms of getting better are listening to other people more. So yeah, let's go with that.
You should take that perk.
Also successful, by the way. Thank you for the link this morning. I signed up for it. I'll figure out if I'm actually in. Successful. Do you know Marvel Snap? Have you heard of Marvel Snap? Marvel Snap is a new game that's coming out. Yes, Snap. It's a new game that's coming out from the creators of Hearthstone. Okay, that's an app-based game. Okay, you've heard of it now?
Yes.
Yes. It's creators of Hearthstone, Marvel Snap. I don't know the exact details. All I know is it's supposed to play really quickly and have the Hearthstone feel, but in a quicker, accessible format. So Successful sent me. I'll send it to you. Successful sent me the link to for the beta. So I may or may not get invited, but I answered 15 questions, and they're like, "We'll send you a link," and I was like, "I hope so because I want to play it."
Please do.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to stream it. One of the things we've been doing on Twitch in general. This was not meant to be a conversation focused around Twitch inherently, but if it's Meg and me, maybe it will be. But if you have any questions for any of us, by the way, for either of us, also plug in general, make sure to go ahead and check out Professor Meg over on YouTube. Type in Professor Meg. It works. That's with 2 Fs. I know that because I frequently have to remind myself that, even though
2 Fs? 2 S's.
No, is it really? No, am I doing this wrong?
Professor spelled P.
No, I'm doing it wrong. It's the other way around. It's the other way around. 2 S's. I always do the other way around. I always type in 2 Fs and I have to correct it 2 S's. Yeah, I shouldn't give flying tips. Anyways, and then over on Instagram as well. You can check her out there as well. But past that, we're on Twitch doing camp co-op. So this is just ended up having this conversation because it's going on. Point is, what I was saying is we do Hearthstone right now. Hearthstone maybe Slayers. I was supposed to teach you Slayers Bio last year. That didn't happen.
Oh, while you were here?
Yeah. Did not happen. Well, we're supposed to do 14 things that I didn't have to do. That. Mind management. Oh my gosh, my mouse currently is resting on mind management, which is offensive in a way, but mind management is amazing. It's also on our list.
I want to play.
Yeah. You know what? This is actually a great game. We should play this right after the stream. Yeah, me, you, and Devon. It'll be awesome. Anyways, we're playing Hearthstone over on Twitch on Sundays right now. Sundays more of a digital board game adjacent. I don't know if I'll be able to do Marvel Snap. If I am able to at some point, I might. I'll try. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's that. Okay, next questions. We're falling so behind here. I think so.
You're in charge.
Ben Davies, hey guys, glad I caught the notification before I went to bed. Ben, what time is it by you? I mean, also, I'm glad. Thank you for popping in. We have successful. It took me 2 weeks to get my invite. Ooh. That's good though, because if it takes me 2 weeks, I'll just whatever. And if it takes me a week, I'll be like, they like me more than you. Yeah, I'm just saying successful. So yeah. Successful. It's so fun. I'm glad to hear. Bane. Woo, a live stream not when I go to bed. Hello from Belgium. Yes. Hey, so the live streams in general on Board Game Code live streams, Twitch is all live content. On Board Game Code, the live streams are generally 10 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, that's usually what it is. Usually on Wednesdays, today on Thursday. Successful. I played 4 games in about 20 minutes today. That is good potentially speed is not inherently a good thing to me. It depends on the
I
experience.
saw that comment and I was thinking, how quickly did you win one of the games last night? Turn
What
one?
game? Oh, that's funny. That was funny. Yeah, we didn't play this. We didn't play test this either. I got a turn one win, except according to Devon, but he's wrong. It's in my app. It's going to turn one win. But it's we didn't play test either. It's a fun party adjacent game. It's not like a serious game. It's a called we didn't play test this
In
for a reason.
Pokemon, if you turn one someone, it's called donking them.
Donking? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. Just
Like dunking or donking?
D-O-N-K.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a word.
Now I'm gonna Google that.
It doesn't mean anything bad.
No, I didn't mean that. I mean, I just curious.
Yeah.
Like we
Like
were.
let's say like you got dumped. And
Yeah.
like if you finish your thing early and all your friends are playing 30-minute matches and you're standing, then they'll be like, yo, what happened? And you'll be like, I got dumped.
I'm curious what the origin is. We were having a conversation yesterday about the origins of phrases because
Yeah.
I said it's someone I said was it to you. I don't remember. We eat crow. I think it was to you.
Yes.
Eat crow, and you're like, it's not eat crow. It's eat like whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, that's a word. And so
He
I found
doesn't
it.
want to swear.
I don't
It's
like
eat
swearing.
whatever.
That's what it is. Eat whatever. That's exactly what it is. Sebastian. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all happy and healthy. I am. Thank you very much. I'm actually feeling much better today than I was yesterday because yesterday I got 3 hours of sleep. Today I got like a healthy 6, which is much more reasonable. Mathis, hey, Alex and Megan, maybe not Devon. Devon's like outside in the other room. I told him, so here's the problem. And this is
He's
actually,
been avoiding us. It's a little weird.
this might be on me because I told Devon that I'm trying to do a live stream tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Mhm.
I didn't tell him 10 a.m. my time, like our
That's
time.
fair because
So-
I was even confused.
Yeah, it's 9 a.m. right now as far as he's concerned. So technically, at like 9 o'clock my time, I was like, I know it's in an hour, and I apologize for not being clear, but we're going live in an hour. And Devon's got footprints.
We're doing it live.
Oh,
Is
hey,
that beer?
Hey, baby, why are you here?
Oh, sorry. I was just making sure there weren't any intruders. We had an alarm go off this morning.
No one told me that if I go outside when I'm here, then an alarm will go off.
Devin, did it tell you
Sorry,
I put
just
the wrong
making-
code in? Because
Just
I tried
making
turning
sure
it off.
That no one's in the house that shouldn't be. I have this beautiful clip on my phone that shows this guy just completely obliviously opening up our back kitchen door, walking out, and then the alarm going off, and no one rushing back inside.
I didn't hear the alarm.
No,
I
he
didn't
didn't.
jack.
I see him
You didn't
walking
hear
around
that
vlogging
alarm?
while I run downstairs to turn it off. I was like, what's going on?
I'm
Someone's
looking
breaking
through the
in.
window. I'm mid-vlog. It's not vlog. It's I'm doing my weekend review. That'll go up Saturday. It'll go up Saturday. And mid-weekend review, I'm like, oh, someone's inside. Maybe there'll be an interruption. And no interruption. I'm like, okay, Meg's just walking around doing her thing. I was like,
No, it was me and Amber in bed, and I'm on my phone. She goes,
Oh.
"Can you please make sure that's one of our
Chat is a
guests?"
subscriber only mode.
chat
Stacey.
subscriber only.
Stacey, you are on top of things.
I don't know if I can change it from here at this point, so I'm going to actually leave it as is. The good part is if you're not a subscriber, you can solve this problem by subscribing. Sometimes I have it set on subscriber only, but when I do so, it's immediate subscriber because YouTube has settings. You can set subscriber only, but you can also set a delay. Like you have to be a subscriber
Wait,
4 or 5 minutes because that stops spam bots.
Have been a subscriber for 4 minutes?
You could set a setting that you can only participate in chat if you've been a subscriber, and then you can also choose a delay amount. It could be immediate subscriber. It can also be 5-minute subscriber. Because then if you're a chat
Yeah.
bot, you can't jump in.
Did you say that YouTube has settings?
Well, first of all, it took me like forever to find this out, but yes, it does have settings.
A website
Yeah.
and a platform has settings?
Do you know how hard it is to find? Like, it doesn't even say settings. It
I
says
just
like 3
appreciate
dots.
that this
It's like
is in
3
dark
dots in the
mode.
middle of the screen.
Hmm?
I appreciate this is in dark mode. Almost everything Alex has is in not dark mode.
I hate
Hard
not dark
judge.
mode. Yeah.
Yeah, not dark mode, whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Wait.
I don't like that.
What was it?
It's too
Heavier-
it's-
Heavier purple.
Yeah.
We were talking about colors in Azul. We were playing Azul Queen's Garden, right?
I was teaching it to him, and there's lighter purple and darker purple, and he goes, "Is that one the heavier
No, no,
purple?"
no, no. I said,
that's a
I said,
debate, right?
that's
Whether
the-
you taught it to him.
yes, debate. That is the lighter purple, and then a second later, I'm like, and that's the heavier purple, and she's like, heavier purple. I'm like, darker purple. That's with 2 R's, by the way.
Before we get too
That was a
derailed,
callback. That was funny.
someone, I want to say the name was Joe. I don't know how quickly. Yeah, it was. Joe asked what the best expansion to
Hey,
get for Gloomhaven is.
Sebastian's here.
Sebastian, where?
Well, Sebastian's on stream, so he always misses mine because they're late at night and they don't work for him. So I was just saying
Gotcha.
hi to
Sebastian?
Sebastian.
Yeah.
So Joe asked what expansion to get for Gloomhaven. I would say if you've never played Gloomhaven, grab Jaws of the Lion because that will rules.
Clarify. Not expansion. just-
It's yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Is the only expansion to Gloomhaven.
You learn that in the settings
official
on
expansion
YouTube.
is Forgotten Circles.
Yeah.
I always go to say not Forgotten Waters.
Forgotten.
Yeah, I got messed up. But anyway, Jaws of the Lion, they streamline the rules a lot, and it's a lot better as an introductory, the way they set it up for you to play. And it's shorter and it's more affordable, and you can get it at Target. I recommend always starting with Jaws of the Lion.
Apparently, by the way, right now, or by right now I mean like last week, because I'm in last week time because the whole week's flown by. But last week, apparently, left, right, and center Targets are having sales on board games a lot. Like people are posting, so you can find. I guess I saw someone who got Jaws of the Lion for like $15. So
and also canon-wise, Jaws of the Lion is supposed to have happened first, then Gloomhaven, then Frosthaven. So events-wise, like it actually leads into Gloomhaven.
You find that out in YouTube
the
settings.
settings. Zamorian, do you ever plan on playing or reviewing event games? War of the Ring 2nd Edition, TI4, Hannibal, or Hamilcar? So I don't know why you put TI4 in there. I wouldn't have put TI4 in that grouping. I think Twilight Struggle goes in that grouping. I don't think TI4 goes in that grouping. Event games? Is TI4? Events are like, I think you're referring to card-driven events. I assume you mean Twilight Struggle, but I could be wrong. If you're looking for Twilight Struggle, Devon and I
Imperium would be. Did you say Imperium?
No, I said Twilight Struggle.
Oh. No, but before that.
He said TI4 as an event game, but I don't think that's an event game.
I think of that as objective-based.
Yes. Event games are things like it's card-driven events. That's like Watergate, Twilight Struggle, Hannibal and Hamilcar, War of the Ring. I don't know enough about.
War of the Rings in the same space as Rebellion.
So, which I think is the same space. So I think so.
Those aren't event-based ones.
Oh, they're not?
They're like mission-based ones that you go and you pick missions that you're going to send out on.
I don't know. To answer your question regarding the titles you gave, I would love to play and review War of the Ring at some point. It's likely going to be a first impression unless I love it.
Today?
No, next I chose to play My Management next.
Oh.
Yes.
What were you saying?
I love when you say My Management next, as if there's been a list of games that we've played one
after the we played Crokinole and this and Isle Castle's Long Draw. Don't give me that.
Yeah, we didn't play. Oh, did you say that?
Yeah, Isle Castle.
What did you point to and say this?
I don't know. Anyway,
there's nothing in here.
Hannibal and Hamilcar, I would
Pool.
love to play. Salmon and Pool, that helps. My niece talks some Pokemon. It's a bit annoying, Stacey. I don't know what it means to talk in Pokemon past what was it again?
Pikachu.
It was Donkey.
Yeah, I think that's different. Does your niece talk in actual Pokemon things though, and not gamer terms? I think she means Pokemon.
I don't know anything. Like
yeah.
I'm sorry if I said something offensive. I wouldn't know. Joe Cobos, howdy, Alex and Megan. Gloomhaven, which expansion do you recommend? Oh, yeah, you covered that. Sorry. Sebastian, pull Devon in or tell him hi from Sebastian? Well, you call it Sebastian. Successful. Stacy, I just skipped the chat, so now we should go with web 2. Rich, do yourself a favor and buy for sure. Great game. Target in Australia is so disappointing. I apologize. Target came to Canada for like 2-3 years ago before pandemic. So I guess 3-4 years ago. Target's like, we're going to Canada. And everyone in Canada was like, we're excited. And Target's like, we're going to leave Canada because it didn't work well for us. It was like there for a very short time frame.
Yikes.
I do think that was probably a really good impression of
all Canadians.
The muted excitement level that the Canadians had.
Well, that's why
we're excited.
That's why it didn't do well. So they're like, yay, hey, Canadians, Target, and something. What's all this about? And then they like just didn't go and buy stuff. They're like, oh, sorry. Are you checking out Sunshine City?
That was a horrible British accent.
Sorry.
That was a horrible British accent.
I'm trying to do an accent.
Sorry, I'm a Canadian.
I'm trying to do an accent of who I am. So I'm trying to do that. I'm like, let me not
You're not
be
Canadian anymore.
I know, it's basically. Successful. Are you checking out Sunshine City on Kickstarter? Yes, I saw
What
this.
is Sunshine City?
Sunshine City, I don't know who it is. I believe it's a roll and write. It was a print and play that was popular enough that they made it into a roll and write actual production. And I saw it. It looked very cool. I actually,
Did you cover High Rise?
You know what? We're going to do this. I'm going to go here. We're going to go to the promotions. And we're going to show. I left it in my box over here. This is Sunshine City.
You left it in your box.
I left it in my email, you tool. Yeah, it just looked cool. It looked cool.
I think you can find stuff like that in
I'm just saying
YouTube settings.
You're such a jerk. Anyways, that's Sunshine City. I mean, go and find the actual thing that I was.
Why are you on my channel?
Why? Because I was watching the videos I missed while I was gone.
Oh, babe.
The whole "How'd you get from here?" You have a little thumbnail GIF of like not GIF. You have a little thumb. GIF. It is GIF. It's just not an actual GIF.
It's not peanut butter.
You have a little thumbnail of my logo and then Quack Loaf and then Devon Talks Tabletop, and it seemed like an origin story. It's a little crap, honestly, but whatever.
It was crap. It was only 30 minutes, and I didn't talk about.
I'm 7 minutes
very
in.
much.
I'm 7 minutes.
7 minutes. You already know where you're at.
Where's
Okay.
Milo?
Oh, $50.
You were
Thank you,
actually
Harbs.
too far beyond where I stopped. I just stopped it.
Too close to
Doing
the
the
sun.
chip.
So, Harbs just popped up. Good morning, Megan Devon. Lunch is now on Alex. Thank you. And for the record, Devon missed this part, but I said this in the beginning.
Megan Devon in the
morning.
morning.
No, it's not. You tools, don't take that. It's supposed to be Megan, Alex in the morning. ... And Devon. You're just whatever. Anyways,
Can you do the thing?
No, but it's ever memorialized on a live
the
stream.
song, his
No,
song.
Never mind.
Megan, Alex in the morning. And
But if
Devon.
I said it quickly, you'd be able to do it.
I don't know what the thing is. What I was
He's
saying
able to do so
earlier.
many things.
What I was.
I did the motion too, but
I missed it. What I was saying earlier is I said this in the beginning. All super chats that come in today are going to support Devon. Because Devon, if you missed it over on his channel on Devon Talks Tabletop, he's doing a massive giveaway. But when he hits 4,000 subscribers, he's giving away $400. When he gets 5,000 subscribers, he's giving away $500. That's how it is.
Are you helping to fund my giveaway?
I'm hoping to find a giveaway. That is, I'm doing it right? I mean, you hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
10,000.
it's rolling giveaways that
this is
all the way up to 10,000 do 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, $1,000.
So if we could help fund that, that'd be great.
We can help fund.
Because I don't know how he's going to fund it otherwise. He's just bad at YouTube.
I just
now.
gotta talk to him.
You know you can find YouTube.
I love that you set up one. This was you,
It
right?
was so shiny.
because
that's
the
why.
box was shiny.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
See,
thought
look, you
You
know.
just
thought
made
you
it
were-
shiny. Meg, fix it. Fix it, Meg.
I thought you were setting up your Calac, like my Calyx, like yours, that
No.
just has the games facing
No,
forward.
please.
Oh wait, you only did one.
I
Though.
think this
one.
is a little more like my house.
Successful. GIF is said with a hard G. Actually, it's actually funny from last night. GIF is said with a soft G according to the creator of the word GIF. And Devon's point to that was, if you
This
created,
was your point, and I was like, dude, you're so wrong.
Devon's point was like, okay, if somebody just creates a thing at the, a purple box and says this is now called a black box, we don't call it a black box, right? Do you know what the black box on airplanes looks like? It's an orange cylinder. That's what it is.
It was red last night. You
Or
gotta make
red-
up your
it's
mind.
reddish
It was a
orange.
So you're
heavier
saying that we
purple.
can't call them gifts and should because the general population calls it that?
I'm saying that what the creator, when you have things that might seem
To be
counter
fair,
to
that's
rules,
even better.
No,
yeah,
no,
that's
no.
even better.
You're-
That's actually, truly, it's the reverse logic of what you brought
you're
up.
waffling
It bears
so
true.
hard because
I'm-
you've been switching the lanes.
Waffles sound good right now.
Waffles do sound good right now. Boring Garden, hey,
That's
Alex,
some
Megan,
bagels
Devon,
and
hey,
rice.
Jenna, how's it going? Good to see you. Zamorian, which do you prefer more now? Still Blood Rage or did Inish take over? So
I
Zamorian,
know
if
you're
you,
looking here, but it looks like you're intensely looking at the side of my face like
The chats are at two different levels.
Zamorian,
Graphical, not graphical.
that's not. Zamorian, to answer your question, Inish, as of last year, Inish was above Blood Rage. I think that still holds true, but I only officially go through the whole ranking process once a year. Right now, there's like 5 games that are vying for my number 1 spot, and I don't know which one is picking. I don't know which one I'm picking.
Have you heard about the new kosher bagel shop in Cleveland Heights?
Yes, I have. Dan, who's Dan? You're referring to New Bagel.
Rude.
New Bagel.
Dan, it's only
yeah.
Dan you need to know.
I'm just saying. I don't know Dan Chenin. I just don't know who. I don't know you, Dan. But yeah, New Bagel just opened up in Cleveland Heights. I have not gone to it yet. I've heard it's good, and also I just don't go to new stores, and I don't go to new kosher restaurants in Cleveland because they always get mobbed initially because kosher there's like 4 kosher restaurants, so they get mobbed by people who are super excited. Then you get the worst service with like stuff that's running out, and then you're like, I'll never go back again. So I just save myself the time and I go 2 months later. That's all. Anyways, we have Stacy. Yeah, Jenna. What's up?
Stacy said a GoFundMe to fund the giveaway.
Oh, we're gonna do a GoFundMe too. Obviously, this is just step 1. This is step 1.
guys,
That is-
the final step
That
is where
does kind of point out the stupidity of the idea. It's like, oh, are you trying to spend money? Here, we'll pay for you to spend money.
Yeah, here the final step is I'll start an OnlyFans that's foot only board game content.
Well, do
And,
you not
and it will fund Devon.
know about OnlyHams?
Only hams?
You don't know about OnlyHams. Can you explain OnlyHams to Meg?
So,
Yeah.
Oh, also plug. Make sure to head to Devon Talks Tabletop and subscribe to Devon Talks Tabletop. Go ahead, OnlyHams.
so only
And thanks,
hands
Max.
is my goal to. It's 2 different things now, actually.
Is
Number
it?
1, it's Colin and Samir do this video where they talk about KSI and they talk about the fact that he has a subreddit. And so because he has a subreddit, which organically is able to create visual content that you're able to look at easily, KSI engages with his community by doing reaction videos with his own subreddit.
Okay.
And so his subscribers, like the people that watch his content, are able to, like, they have a community that they have, and that's a very active community on subreddit.
Yeah.
and then he does reaction videos. And I said, I thought that would be a fun thing to do as a board game content creator because the YouTube comments are so like one way sometimes.
Yeah.
And because live streams are one of the only ways in which you can do it live.
Actually engage.
Then I was like, the idea of claiming a subreddit and then doing it sounded really fun.
Okay.
And my idea for the name is Only Hams. But the reason why I have Only Hams is because I had a joke where once I hit the 10K and once I get the hamster that Jesse and Austin from IV talked about getting, is I was going to set up an OnlyFans account called Only Hams that is just a live
feed of
the hamster in the cage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually think it's weird enough that people would be into it.
Really into it.
So I think it could be a successful OnlyFans
Sorry.
account.
I'm gonna pretend this is Devon Talks Tabletop and be able to inappropriate. Cecil, I'm going to have to pronounce Devon differently from now on because my other friends named Devon have a longer O. That's not the only thing they have longer.
As you were reading it, I was like, oh, that'd be a good joke.
I saw it. I was like, I have to. I apologize. My channel is very family friendly normally.
Normally.
As your wife said, I'm ruining.
Yeah. Matt, Alex, do you rank other things the way you do board games? Like the sandwich was a 3.5, good, but I'm not completed. I'm not compelled to order it again. So, Matt, any single.
Jenna said, I am now the board James Jordan.
Good job, Jenna. Good job. Matt, every single thing on planet Earth, if you ask me to rank it, I'm willing to rank it. I do think this way. So I don't actually order a sandwich and be like, that's a 3.5. That doesn't go through my head. But if you ask me to like rank anything from people to friends to whatever, I will rank them. I don't care. By the way, just for the record, Meg wins. $10. Thank you. $10.
Meg wins what?
Which I said if you want me to rank friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're just saying. Just like. You don't get paid for slaps on this channel. We could get paid for slaps on this channel, but as of right now,
that was a free slap.
That was a free slap
for being paid.
That was just for you.
That was just for love.
Jack of all trades, can you stream the hamster next to a ham steak?
Stacy said no hitting Devon.
No hitting Devon.
So Devon is a 3.0.
No, a 3.5.
If a friend wanted to play with me, he would join in. But he's never going to play with me on his own, and he probably wouldn't keep me in his collection.
Honestly, first of all, high five actually in the joke first. But a 3 point, because the whole weekend he's been second on the jokes. A 3.5, if you look at my rating scale, a 3 is a game that was fun, but I don't care if I ever play it again. A 3.5 is a game that was fun. There's a part of me that will miss it, but I'd rather play with other games.
I think
that
I'm
was
a 3.5. Look into a 3.5.
That's my actual ranking. Once you get to 4s, now you're starting to actually be prioritized, and 4.5s and 5s are just the best. But yeah,
I'm a 5.
maybe. Zamorian, do you consider Luminar essential for Moonrakers? Like ROF for Scythe, Rise of Fenris for Scythe, or ROTE, Rise of the Empire for the Star Wars Rebellion? So yes, but with a caveat. My journey with Moonrakers, to answer you. Moonrakers, if those who don't know, Moonrakers is going to have an upcoming campaign. It's very shiny. Hold it. Not good now. Moonrakers has an upcoming campaign where they're doing a big box and multiple expansions. I liked the first games of Moonrakers I played, and as I played it more, I found that people started getting into the strategy of the game in a way that made the game less fun. They were like trying to play a 2-win, which almost ruined the experience. They added expansions that, to me, improved the experience back to where Moonrakers was.
Do you normally not play one?
Well, that's it's complicated. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
On that. So from there, Moonrakers became more fun with the expansions. But what I told
I'm
Austin,
showing the 2 different expansions they talked about.
what I told Austin from IV Games after I played Moonrakers with expansion, I said this brought Moonrakers back to where I liked it, but it also made me just want to play it cooperatively. I was like, now I just want to play it cooperatively, and he's like, fun story there. We have Luminar, which makes you play it solo or cooperatively. I have to play Luminar cooperatively. I've only played it solo so far, but as of right now, I think that
Did you cooperate with yourself?
Yeah, I'm not speaking.
So
I think that
Yes,
I
you've
will
already done
only ever play Luminar.
Oh, it's a war in there.
I think it is likely that I would only ever suggest Moonrakers if I was playing it myself or cooperatively, but I would play it with others who want to play it competitively.
what rating do you
If that
think
answers
you
your
would
question.
give yourself? What do you think internal monologue Alex would rate?
4.5. I really like me, but I keep some
That
improvement.
was so good.
You,
Oh my gosh.
you,
You said would.
Wow.
He already had.
yeah. He's like, I prepared for this day.
It's too egotistical to go straight to a 5. I can certainly use improvement. I mean, even 5 in board games could use improvement, but like I could use a bit more improvement.
So what that just means is I wanted to rate myself a 5, but it was up to egotistical. I'm going to
No.
drop the exact bar below it.
I could list
4.5.
multiple things, multiple critiques as to why this could have been a better board game. Yeah. What's it called?
Pull up for the expansion.
Alex didn't keep Devon in his collection. He passed it on to Jesse. That's actually funnily true enough. Corey Christensen, Seth Wiseman, the child is staying in my collection, but we'll see if they stick around for the teenage years. Move on. Frederick, what if it has to give people thank you? Should I take the plunge and go for the reprint of Bird Cycle? Also, every time you want to hit someone, just give them a board game instead. I mean, I'd rather just hit him. But as far as Bird Cycle is great. My preference in order, I love Bird Cycle, make no mistake. My current preference is...
It does look like I'm just like on the side of your head.
You're just so obsessed with me.
My current preference is Too Many Bones. Is my favorite Chip 3 games. I think Cloudspire is next. Cloudspire might even be Too Many Bones, but I need to play it more. And then Burn Cycle. And I think you give Burn Cycle a 4.5. First of all, solo only. 4 with other players. And second of all is yes, but I still like the other 2 better. Mm-hmm. To go back to your question, when you play a game, aren't you trying to play a game to win? Remember that question? So one of the reasons I don't love Ticket to Ride as a board game, I know you like Ticket to Ride, right?
I really do.
Yes. One of the reasons I don't like Ticket to Ride is I find Ticket to Ride is a game where the way to play it efficiently is to place that annoying train that blocks your route because I can screw you over. And I don't like that. The best way to play Ticket to Ride is usually not the way the people who are playing Ticket to Ride choose to play that game. So I find people are playing it for fun and they're playing suboptimally because they're trying to have fun. Mm-hmm. And just I don't love Ticket to Ride because I'm like I have to play suboptimally to enjoy it. Yeah.
My favorite thing is blocking people out of stuff.
So
have you ever just thought maybe that you're just a suboptimal player?
That's all the time. That's why I'm a 4.5. Yeah. Anyways,
suboptimal still gets 4.5 for you, and I got a 3.5. This is rough.
I'd miss me. I'd miss me. Matt, how did Meg's computer turn out? How would you rate Alex's computer service? Matt, fun fact Actually,
I had to phone a friend.
Fun first.
Alex doesn't ever bring his service to completion.
Actually, ironically, I completed someone else's service. So it's a weird conversation. So basically, I designed Meg's computer. I picked out parts as if I was building my own computer, which I plan on at some point. My computer currently is 6 years old.
Have a great day, Chris.
Like the stuff that doesn't matter at all. Sure.
Yes.
You sent me fans. I was like, but can they light up?
Yeah, we got the RGB fans now. Apparently.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Luigi Biv.
Yes. And anyways, I built my own computer a while ago, and since then I've started doing things that I didn't do when I built my computer. So, like for instance, I now edit videos, which is very computer heavy. What was that? I missed me.
Aaron.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. No.
So. Anyways,
I'll see you at the IV booth.
I designed a computer around the way I would build a computer, picking it out, saying that I think this, I think that, and I took notes because the next time I build a computer, I'll probably be starting as that as my baseline. From there, Meg ordered the parts. I came down to visit Meg, and I started the process of building the computer. In the process, Meg's friend showed up, who has just built a computer.
I invited friends over.
Yeah, just show up. They came over. There's a party, whatever.
Shout out to Jake.
It's one of those moments where like that guy's coming to your house and you're very uncomfortable, so you invite some of your friends for the sake of safety.
Yeah.
It's actually funny. Good job.
I needed a buffer.
A buffer.
It's really humiliating when I say something and you go, "That's actually funny." Everything else you said for the last day, it's not been funny.
No, it was funny. You just repeated it after me.
It's been almost a full day though since I left at the airport.
So. So Jake had just built a computer 2 weeks ago, and there were a few aspects of the computer that I hadn't done before. Like I've used a cooler, but I've not used a refrigerator. It was the first time I used SSD drives. The last SSD drives that I've done in the past have been the type that slide in a SATA drive, and this is the first time I ever built a computer with inbuilt SSD. So Jake basically, I skip around. Jake basically knew some aspects that I hadn't done yet, so Jake started taking over the build. So he actually started built the first half of the computer, but then we played games, and Jake left and showed me where he left off. I finished the build, got the computer to boot, and now it's booting is the process of making sure everything he did actually worked. So I finished the build, and now it's currently on your desk waiting to be plugged in. So the short answer is, it should be amazing.
Yeah. I feel like it up to like my monitors and stuff. Like we tested it with a different one, but I got 2 things. So someone said, have I played Failed Fate yet? I haven't.
Sebastian Failed Fate.
I haven't played it yet. And then someone said, drag Meg into a game of Twilight Imperium 4. Everyone diving into the hobby really needs to play it. I just want to say I've been in this hobby since 2009. I just want to say that. It's not new.
Yeah.
I still never
She
played
looks
Twilight
like
Imperium,
the small child in the backseat,
Yeah.
but she's
I've actually been in
full
this
of
game
fun.
longer than anyone in the
Yes.
Quack and Co team.
Well, I'm a
Oh.
Crackco. I've been in the hobby since 2011, and I get those comments too. By the way, every once in a while you probably get them more because you're a woman and people are divorced. But I occasionally get the comments from people like, "Oh, you've been viewing games for 2 years. What do I care?" I'm like, "Okay, great. First of all, that's enough time. I could be reviewing games for a week, and it's enough time. You take my opinion or don't." And secondly, I've been playing games since 2011, so there's no polite way to say this on the stream. But anyways, what's the second question? You said there's two.
It's crazy I've been playing games since 2009, considering I'm only 18. Those are the two things.
You start with Haba games or?
No, you're fine. Not really. Don't worry. I started with TCG, so I didn't start with board games. I started with like Pokemon, Magic, Kaijudo, etc. And then I started playing board games in like 2011, though, so still a really long time.
What was the second question? So there's two things.
It was have I played Veiled Fate, which was just
Gotcha.
that's easy.
Yeah. So that's the situation. Oh,
Seth started in 1984. What did you start with, Seth? Did you start with Talisman? A lot of people around that
We did
time
not
frame
play
started with
Talisman. I want to
Talisman.
play
I
Talisman.
know. I asked for it, and everyone said you wanted to go.
You
like, I
asked
have
for
an
it.
hour to play a game, and I was like, Talisman.
I got 3 hours of sleep Monday night, and it got to like 11 o'clock at night, and they're like, "Let's play another game." I was like, "I got time for one more."
I got a
I
certain amount of sleep last night until this morning when an alarm went off. It's weird.
got less than you, so
Intruder alert! Intruder
alert.
alert! That's what the
Dude,
alarm sounded
yeah, I know,
exactly.
but he said he got less sleep than us.
I got 5 hours of sleep.
You physically chose to wake up. How is that like a
You
competition? You're like,
Yeah.
you could have
Cool
just
story,
fallen
bro.
back asleep.
I could have. I chose not to.
Tight.
I chose not to. I complain when I get 3 hours of sleep. 5 hours is
That's
plenty.
like drinking water for a meal
gonna
while
grab
somebody
water.
else ate, and you're like, I had less than you at dinner today. It's like, cool.
It's true.
Choice.
It's true. Anyways, fun fact: you mentioned Twilight Imperium. I forgot this part. There actually is the audio. Come closer to me. The audio. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. The audio. Not the audio. The Twilight Imperium is actually in the plans. There is a hypothetical plan for myself, for Jesse, for Shira, for Meg, Devon, and then I won't name the sixth person until it actually happens. But the sixth person who's teaching us or whatnot, because I don't trust Devon, to play Twilight Imperium at a don't you do that at a convention. No, you forgot that part.
Why is it still going?
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Come
They
on.
won't stay.
Oh,
It's okay.
I have a magnet there. I'll get it.
Alright,
Sorry.
I'll
let me-
miss you.
let
I'll
me-
miss you.
Let me get out of here. Let me get out of here real quick. One sec.
That normally costs $150, but that was free this time. But Meg, you forgot the part where we plan on playing Twilight Imperium. We have a plan. We have a plan on playing Twilight Imperium. You forgot that part.
In case anyone was wondering, these are my college pants.
You can see Ian's comment. Fine. Ian's like, you can definitely play Talisman without being awake. In fact, it often helps. Yeah.
Did Seth say what he started with?
Seth didn't maybe. Seth Avalon's Hill, Wooden Ships, and Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
And some other things. D&D Supremacy. Yeah. Are you and Devon making playthroughs together in the future? Devon could be very fun. So I like what?
You were trying to prepare your brain for the next sentence, and it ended up you just saying Devon could be very fun. He could be. He's got the potential. It's unlikely that he'll realize it, but he could be fun.
Yeah. So this
I'm
is actually
still waiting
interesting.
for the day.
So this is actually interesting. You are night and day. You have structure. Devon destroy structure could be fun with co-op. So first of all, Devon
Destroy structure.
absolutely destroy structure. I've seen. If you guys want, go ahead and check out a video. Okay, this is a video you need to Google when you're done. Google the video. It's a Quack and Co video, and it's for Uprising, right? Uprising. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
There's a difference between destroying structure and just not accepting that it's there. There's a very big difference.
It's a 10-minute video that if you know Devon, you'll probably appreciate it. If you don't know Devon, you will never watch Devon's videos again.
I think we're gonna have a video on this channel,
Yes.
and Alex is like completely explaining something, and like I forgot we were filming, and like because we've been talking and hanging out so much that like mid sentence I was like, wait, can I ask a question? And just interrupted what he was saying.
But then I just go off the rails from there. So I ramble, but I ramble with like a train. I have a train of thought that's like moving along in different directions. Devon's just like all over the place. And Meg kind of embraces the chaos more when Devon's around. Meg's kind of like enough that like I can work with. But then when Devon comes down, like Meg's just like straight to where Devon is. Like just, she knows how I get. And so she likes pushing those buttons. Okay.
How did you all get locked in this basement? Dragon's Tomb.
Dragon's Tomb, you're here. How's it going? Emma,
What's
make
up,
sure-
Jeffrey?
make-
Hey, Jeffrey, how was Portugal? I never heard about your trip. Did you
I
like?
know you are.
He won that Azul contest that he got to go to Portugal.
Wow. Good for you, Jeffrey.
That is cool.
How
I'm
did you
pretty
win?
sure he won it. I'm like 90% positive.
Anyways,
Planning to go in October. Okay, gotcha.
so it was not good. Not good yet.
Someone said
Not good yet. Could be fun.
Could be fun. Might have
could be
potential.
fun.
Reminder to everyone in the chat who's not here. We don't do the whole thumb reminder. You can thumbs down, thumbs up, whatever you want. But I do want to remind all of you that Devon is currently here, and Devon gave away more money than he has on his videos,
Not
which
yet.
is a huge. Devin's going to give away more money than he has in his videos. A reminder that all super chats today go directly to Devon.
No, but it's I don't have the money for it. Amber does.
I understand. I would like Amber to resent you less than she clearly does.
if Devon doesn't need it, all the super chats can go to Professor Devon.
We just bought Professor Mega a $2,000 computer to stream on Twitch. For the record, we made like $80 streaming on
Oh,
Twitch, and
wait.
half of it's mine.
Speaking of surprise expenses, I was surprised.
You were surprised.
Okay, do I need to pay for you? You said surprise expense.
That I bought a flight.
I was visiting Devon. This will be on the vlog whenever it goes up.
Devon
I don't
never
know.
tipped me after last night.
We went to call. I went to visit Devon, and Meg was coming along for the trip, but Devon didn't know that. Amber knew that. Devon didn't know, and so that's the
Mhm.
surprise. That's what's going on.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very fun. We went to surprise him at the
Is
airport.
Devon chaotic, evil, neutral, or good?
Aaron, dude, that's so shady. Alex is pretty shady.
Aw.
Yeah. Thank you, Aaron. Also, thank you. Appreciate it. Devon, we're up to like your.
So I'm gonna let her answer that because you don't do RPG stuff. Would I be chaotic, neutral, evil, or good?
So I'll get into that in a second, but what I will say is I'm chaotic awesome. Which
Yeah.
is not a D&D thing, but that's what I would say, chaotic awesome.
Chaotic, awesome.
So I wouldn't want to say you aren't. I guess I would say chaotic good. Because
Chaotic
it's
good.
like a 9 chart thing where
It
there's
is a
chaotic
9 chart.
good,
Yeah.
or you could be
lawful, neutral.
right, and like maybe you're neutral to like you're not super chaotic,
What am I?
but
I've seen the chart. I'm just curious. I'm just
What's
thinking
the
this.
most boring?
probably lawful neutral.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Yeah.
The way I describe myself. The way I describe
Which
myself.
no one
people-
wants to play with the lawful neutral. Everyone's like, okay, Paladin.
Solo gaming is excellent.
Oh, he would be such a good paladin.
So-
He would be such a good paladin.
The way
And by
My
that
patron.
I mean he'd be the paladin no one wants to play with, which makes him the best paladin.
the way I explain myself to people is if you ever watch Friends, in the first season of Friends, they're having 2 parties. Monica's hosting a party and Rachel's hosting a party. And in Monica's party, she's trying to schedule the fun. She's like, no, we're going to do this here. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll do that. And we're all going to do this. And she's scheduling the fun. And people are slowly drifting away from her party. And I'm like, I'm Monica. I love fun, but it's on my timeline. It's on my schedule. We're going to play this game and do this thing. We've done like nothing on my list from this actual trip. We just like, I guess I saw Devon. That was on my list.
We did stick to the Monday itinerary though.
What was the Monday itinerary?
Oh, when you guys were visiting each
Yeah.
other?
Like only partially. We both took a
I didn't
computer.
have games on there though, so I had like pick you up, get coffee, go to Wegmans.
Oh, that's
we did
right.
all those things.
Yeah, we did all
Well, if you're just putting basic travel stuff on a list of
Maybe
to-do
that's how
stuff,
you win listings.
I picked
don't
you
know.
up, then we went to the store and got food and we got coffee. Congrats. I
Killing
hit
it.
3 of my to-do list items for the day.
You even got us dinner.
I did.
To be fair,
Well, I got you.
To be fair,
I
I
got
got
him
Alex.
bagels and logs. and
I
green
actually got
pizza.
Alex hot
No,
cooked
no.
dinner.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You did. That's right. It was very good. It was very good.
Already forgot.
I was pausing. I was recalling.
Did
Give me
you
a second.
really know that's what you were
Was there
gonna say?
kosher food available there?
There was kosher.
What's it like to have
There was-
stuff that caters
there
to
was-
different people?
One place.
I
one
could have
place.
given you guys. I could have given you guys fried chicken.
It was
Gosh,
chicken.
what's so
It
fried
was
chicken?
sweet and sour Chinese. It was very good.
Oh.
And they had poppers, chicken poppers for the next day. Those were very good, but they were way too spicy. I couldn't eat them. I couldn't finish them.
But you could have done plain.
Cheese knife. You should
Cheese
forget
knife.
that one. What's cheese knife? Am I
Cheese-
missing a?
The cheese knife is from me.
Oh, nice. I was like, I know Marvel United. I know.
At my studio, I use my mother-in-law's cheese knife to open games.
If,
It's a little short little cheese
everyone who's
knife.
here for Devon Talks Tabletop, I have a jingle. I have a jingle for Devon Talks Tabletop that I came up with. We're
Oh,
working on
yes,
making an
yeah.
actual jingle. But if you know Devon's pit channel, it's whether Marvel United or
You can use
Hey,
that.
hey, I'm singing. I'm singing.
I knew he was going to get annoyed that you
Of
interrupted.
course. I'm singing. It's
He's
important.
such a paladin.
Important. Whether Marvel United or the hamster cult, is he a grown-ass child or an immature adult? You know it's Devon. Devon Talks Tabletop. That's his jingle now. We're making it happen. Just saying.
We just
Anyways.
lost 10 subscribers, 10 viewers.
If you want to compete in the Vegas game tournament, which would you enter? So I entered Seven Wonders. The reason I entered Seven Wonders, I'm going to be going to WSBG, but I'm also competing. But I entered Seven Wonders, and the reason for that is because two reasons. First of all, is I'm already doing some commenting and stuff, so I'll be busy to an extent. But then secondly is Seven Wonders is a game that I think has enough skill that I could be influential, but also not so much that I'm stuck the entire day if I actually win things. That was my reasoning. But honestly, choose the game that you think you're both best at, but also is not so hardcore that tons of people are best at, which is another reason for Seven Wonders. The people who know Blood Rage and are amazing at Blood Rage are going to love Blood Rage.
Guys,
yeah,
I need your board game assistance.
Tell me.
What game is ROF?
When you give ROF and when you recommend to play with a friend, how much would you give? Wait, how much would you give with RF, Rise of Fenris?
Oh, Rise of Fenris. Okay.
Yeah, that came up earlier in the chat. You're not paying attention? That was from Zamorian earlier.
Yeah, but it was in the context of seeing the word scythe.
Yeah, I know, but I remember Zamorian. You don't
Hashtag Paladin, Alex. The Jewish
Paladin. You missed that? Seriously, it's been the best part of my week so far. Aaron.
Cleric.
The culture cleric.
It's not bad. That wasn't me.
It's funny. It's just terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no level of anything anti-Semitic that would bother me unless it's like intense. It would still bother me.
I haven't played Rise of Fenris to answer those two questions.
Yeah. Anyways, what's it called? Aaron. So fun fact. This has been the best part of my week so far. I think Devon is a 3.5, but
Are you with us?
Are you with us? I think Devon brings a degree of chaos to any stream he's in, that whether it's Quacklope or Board Game Co. or Devon Talks Tabletop, his own channel, I think Devon thrives doing this kind of stuff. If he's trying to talk about a board game, whatever. But
I barely know what to say.
But his chaos is immensely entertaining. I will watch every single Quacklope live stream with Devon. I'll watch every single Devon Talks Tabletop live stream, and I'll even watch my own videos again because Devon's like funny enough. Yeah.
He misses you.
Yeah, I miss you. Aww. Seriously, it's been the best part. Something. How much would you give Scythe with RF out of 5? You haven't played Rise of Fenris.
I haven't played Rise of Fenris.
Just seeing all the channels is pretty on par. Well done. But Alex single-handedly trying to save Devon from bankruptcy sounds lawful good to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lawful neutral to lawful good. Not that hard of a push for a paladin.
The two chaos kids were like, we'll figure it out.
Guys, what's your favorite party game to play together? For me, I still love Code Games. I just think Code Games is the best party game. Yeah.
I'm also Jewish, so I'm trying to figure out a good Jewish paladin joke.
I mean, I don't know a great Jewish paladin joke.
I want to play D&D with him now, like a one-shot where he's a paladin.
I still need to play
Honestly,
RPG.
The only thing I can think of.
I have the alien one.
It's on my
we
list.
Talked about
we won't get to it.
We won't get to it. We could.
What would the Jewish paladin's charisma stat be? He's got a high charisma.
Can you imagine a paladin coming into a battle and be like, guys, I got some challah for you? It's the Jewish paladin equivalent of a good berry.
Oh, cool.
The paladin will be like, mid-battle, be like, it's fine. I have faith that I'm just going to die, and then all of it's fine. It doesn't matter. Let us all just burn. Like, just kill us. It's fine.
The charisma one is better. Matt Levy, I'm also yours.
Sounds
Okay,
like
Jack.
Devon
Okay.
gets around.
Sound like Devon gets around.
I mean, it's true.
It's not right.
It's true.
Sean, every game group needs a Devon to bring the chaos. Also, speaking of Devon getting around, if you're ever at a con, make sure to check out Lucky Duck Games, where Devon will be hanging out at the booth.
It wasn't even funny. Why'd you laugh?
I think he thought it was really funny because I started speaking about Devon getting around. He's like, "Where's this going now?" It wasn't that good.
I will be the Lucky Duck booth. And if you're European, or if you are just not European but you're going to Essen anyways, I don't know why. I just assume it's easier for Europeans to get to Essen. But I will be at Essen at the Shadowborn Games booth.
Side game. What's your favorite thematic twist on a classic board game trope?
What is Pesach again?
Pesach. Passover.
The Pesach Paladin.
Pesach Paladin's not bad actually.
That's pretty good alliteration there.
Yeah, it's not the worst. But he has to be like violently exterminating all the unleavened bread.
I really want a thematic paladin play from him now. What if he was on a crusade to rid the world of unleavened bread?
It's so bad. It's so bad. What's your favorite thematic twist in the classic board game trope? For example, Super Fantasy Brawl recently introduced a character that is a paladin, but the twist is he worships a Cthulhu god. I do know what you're talking about, but I don't have a good answer for you. What's my favorite thematic twist on a classic board game trope? I don't know. I don't have a good answer.
What's your favorite twist on
board game trope? Super Fantasy Brawl, which is a skirmish game, has a Paladin that worships Cthulhu. Yeah, I don't have a good answer. If I think of one soon, I'll let you know. I think Devon helped to beat Space Hulk Death Angel. The game is brutal. Space Hulk Death Angel is brutal. I don't love it.
Oh, I loved it.
I find that the decisions mostly felt semi procedural, and the games just basically just roll annoying dice and die. Now, to be fair, people say this about Friday, and I love Friday. Friday's another solo game that's often the same genre to a degree, different genre. I'm saying those small, short, 20-minute long solo experiences that are very, very brutal. Don't. I know.
Small decisions.
Hey. Anyways, what's it called? Stacey, you know you gotta do this every now.
Too much credit. I was working on a joke earlier.
Honestly, your joke. When you started with the joke, I realized you did not have the right joke. You did not have the right joke. You gotta do this RPG now. Please live stream it. That's up to Devon. I'm fine playing an RPG and live streaming it. Sebastian, which booth did you say, Devon?
Shadowborn Games at Essen and Lucky Duck at Gen Con. And then at PAX Unplugged, I'm just going. I'm not going to work the booth anymore.
Oh, that's nice. You can have fun.
I have fun with the booth.
I mean, sorry, Vince. I meant Devon always talks. See, Devon comes home from every convention. He's like, Lucky Duck is the best company ever. I want to work.
I like Lucky Duck.
They
my peeps.
They are, honestly, Lucky Duck seems fantastic. So Seth Wiseman, thanks for the super chat. That's $2 to Devon's little fund over there.
Would be a Maccabee. What's a Maccabee?
Maccabees are the Jewish warriors that fought during Hanukkah. Or Hanukkah. Depends on which you pronounce it. But yeah.
I really want a thematic gameplay with him now. The question
I'm
is,
sitting there
what is the world? Yeah, what are we?
Like,
start building it. I'll play.
Bro.
I'll shop up my religion for
So guys,
views.
a perfect example, and I think you will love this. We were texting in our group text, and we do a lot of GIFs. And are we not Pain and Panic?
Yes.
I cannot get that out of my
Dude, it's perfect.
I cannot.
Also, just like the amount
you
of
haven't shown him
moments-
that one with 3 people. Remember that one, the golfing one?
That's not.
You showed me one.
You're a
with 3
family-friendly
friends.
channel.
3 friends.
Family-friendly channel.
Golfing. Remember this one?
No.
I will find it.
The video
No,
with 3
video,
people
a
we need
video.
to watch later.
I will send it to you. I'll not send it to you. I'll show it to you. Do you remember it now?
It was a reel.
A reel. Okay, it's a reel.
Yeah, I'll find that.
It's good. Yeah.
That's good.
See
It
it
was
PAX
good.
you. Yeah, he didn't even pay attention to me.
I don't care at all. I mean, I do with them.
What'd you say?
Nobody heard me.
Best co-op, and
Guess
most
I'll go
evil
eat worms.
versus games you can all agree on. When can we get a playthrough of those 2 games from you? Best co-op and most evil versus. Most evil versus. Tammany Hall's up there, but I don't know.
I don't really like him.
Evil
I don't
versus? What is
like
that?
an evil, not evil song. It's like evil versus games. Games like where we're brutal.
Oh, versus.
Cutthroat.
Best
co-op for me, possibly Cthulhu Left May Die. I love Cthulhu Left May Die, but I mean, Gloomhaven. We're playing through Gloomhaven.
I
It's
think
a
I'm
lot
getting
of
that at
fun.
some point.
Yeah. Best.
Spirit Island as
Cutthroat.
well if you don't want one.
Yeah. What's a great cutthroat? Tammany Hall is highly cutthroat. I just don't love it. I don't love it as a
I'm
game.
trying to think of what games that I'm very cutthroat in.
Food Chain Magnet can be pretty cutthroat. I like Food Chain Magnet a lot. As far as playthroughs, we do Gloomhaven and Cthulhu Left May Die and Spirit Island. I'm literally all on Camp Co-op, so you can check those out. But as far as versus games, we haven't been that cutthroat in our experiences.
I can't remember what it was, but
I
I
think
played
these
something that
games-
was very.
These games are pretty brutal because you can have player elimination.
No, but they're not.
It's
They're not.
more like a.
You're just
that,
bad
like,
at
I
them.
No,
rip this off of you, and
There's,
now I
like
take
a
your shit.
cutthroat's like where you're literally trying to destroy the person, not where you incidentally happen to eliminate players. That's not
Yeah.
cutthroat.
Can you define that for me one more time?
Oh no, she's got this.
I know. I really need you to
Just
mansplain
a
it
lot.
to me.
Well, your garbage explanation. You do need a mansplain. What are the games? What were you saying?
So since you're just getting into the hobby,
What are the rules that the husband gives me?
Wait, no, what's that? So
I'm just kidding. I love you utterly. Don't ever leave me.
the problem with
How
those
did it
jokes.
never go?
The problem with those jokes is that there's like 40 people who entered the video since that joke and don't realize you're joking. She did not enter the hobby. She entered the hobby in 2009. She's been there for a while, and she taught her husband Gloomy, not the other way around.
Oh,
But I'm
Anyway.
only 19.
What are the games you love to play with each other, and the games you would stand up and leave from the table if they would be set up? There's very few games that I would leave the table for. There are games that I would express an interest that I'd rather play that. But like, you could pick the worst game experience I've ever had. I mean, I just really didn't like Blood on the Clock Tower. But if they're like, hey, we really want to play Blood on the Clock Tower, if my choices are not hanging out with my friends or playing Blood on the Clock Tower, I'm not hanging out with
I
my
have
friends.
one game
I'm
that
playing Blood on the Clock
I
Tower.
only have one game that I ever stopped
Yeah.
playing and I won't name it because it was a prototype, and they never made. Well, they never made the game.
But
It's not.
even then, so that's the thing. There are prototypes where I think they were terrible experiences. Terrible. I have a handful of them. Like they never made it to a game. They didn't fun. And I was happy to see them not fun because I didn't think they should exist.
Mhm.
If the choice was leaving the table and not hanging out with my friends or playing them, I'd play them. Games. I think that's why people like Monopoly so much. I think Monopoly is well loved but not played because people have fond memories hanging out with friends, and then they don't actually like the games. They don't play it, but it's well loved because of that. I like people. People are first, and then Devon second, but other people are first. Have you heard anything? What?
No. Springham. I disagree with Otterly. Play Brass Birmingham out of those 4.
Out of those 4, Inish or Terraforming Mars, and I love
Mars
Brass.
is so bland.
That's why you're 3.5.
I was saying it just for you.
Meg, from those games, which 2 are amazing?
Where are we looking?
Springham. Over the comment over there. 4th and 5th up.
I decide on which game.
Not in Canada.
I mean, I would learn Enish first if it's 2-player with your wife, and then Terraforming Mars.
I don't know if I can still call
But
it
I've
a
never
family
played
friendly
Brass.
channel. Brass is amazing. The other 2 are better. Yeah. Anyways, but a regular reminder, feel free to like clip whatever you want or make anything into a GIF that you want. By all means, have fun. GIF.
GIF.
Is Bus a good game? I think Bus is fantastic. Yeah, Bus is good.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't want to play Brass Birmingham at 2
No
as
good
much.
memories of Monopoly.
Brass Birmingham at 3 is the better play for me. So you're right.
Sebastian, I have played PAX Premiere. I played it at PAX Premiere 2. I played it, I want to say twice.
I do not.
Oh, man.
90% of his favorite games I've never
I
played.
mean, that's why you're at 3.5.
I know.
Come on.
PAX Premiere 2, I enjoyed my plays at PAX Premiere. PAX Premiere 2. I enjoyed my plays at PAX Premiere. I thought they were good. That hurts. And then I didn't love it. I thought it was a good game. My problem with PAX Premiere is kind of similar to like almost like a try to a degree, which is I find that your choices are either reading a million cards and knowing exactly what's going on, or just giving up on playing optimally and just having fun and not worrying about the fact that there's way too many cards to track everything. Now that likely changes if you play it 15 times or 10 times possibly. I played it twice and I was like, this is good. I'd rather play games where I can play optimally and have fun and not have to choose between the 2.
Cad Technoblock said, how do you think a co-op game tournament would work? So everybody would get into a circle and put their hands in and they'd go, Team Us! And then they'd split up to different tables, and it doesn't matter what game you go to. And then everybody would sit down, and then we would elect one person at each table to be the alpha gamer, and they would just quarterback that table until that table's game was finished. And then they'd go, Team Us! But kind of you. And then they'd switch to the next table.
Do you want
And
an
then-
actual answer? Because I can give you an actual answer.
This is a real answer.
No.
I was going to say, like, you're giving logistics. I think they're just saying, what's the vibe? Like, how would that be?
Oh, no, I'm with him on the
No,
logistics.
I was doing that.
Okay, so this is a relevant question that came up because WSBG, the World Series of Board Gaming, is going to have a competition where you can win $25,000 to play a board game. Okay, that's happening. It's happening in Vegas, September 28th through October 2nd. I'm going. That's why I know dates. You with me? And so somebody asked me, why don't they pick a cooperative game? And I was like, well, on the one hand, stupid question. On the other hand, let's go into it. So
You're so smart.
you have to go ahead and answer that question first, though. Pause. Super chat. You have to.
Are you going to try out for the new Pokemon movie? I would love to. I'm
Yeah.
not, but
Yeah.
I would love to.
So
I'm too short to be on TV.
I mean, first of all,
Have
Tom
you seen
Cruise.
Tom Cruise? It's like, have you seen Tom Cruise?
Anyways, so going back to the answer, for a cooperative game tournament to work, in my opinion, it has to be done one of 2 ways. The first is you accept the fact that there's multiple winners. So, for example, let's say we're playing Spirit Island.
Yeah.
Then you say, hey, we're going to keep playing again and again and again, and the last team that continues to win, that team has 4 winners, whatever it is, and they win. So, like this.
That's what I
people,
was thinking, is that you would have teams of co-op.
Yeah.
And
if you want to eliminate down to a single person, the way you can solve it is once you get down to that last team, you have those 3 people split up into new teams, and the one person left on that new team that is the last man standing is the winner.
Tony.
That or if you just did like Swiss single ranking. So if you had like tables set up and
Oh, that
like,
one too. Yes.
What do you
swap them all
guys-
around and whoever
That'd be
has
good.
the most win percentage.
What do you guys think Tony does for a living?
I
He just pre-ordered the entire Terracotta Army.
It's a game
Oh.
more than Pikes you, please. Terracotta Army.
Gotta have some bank to do that.
It's
Be like,
okay.
hey, that underground cavern that's got all that terracotta soldiers, pre-order, baby.
I was watching a
Pre-order.
reel this morning from
As
who's
opposed to a fake.
the actor? Who's the actor from Rush Hour again? Not Rush Hour. No, Kevin Hart. Not Rush Hour. Not Rush Hour. I corrected. I corrected.
It's so far off.
Kevin Hart was doing a reel. The reel is titled "The Day I Learned That I Don't Actually Know What Money Is." The day I learned I don't make that much money. Okay, and he's basically, was it Kevin Hart? It was someone. I think it was Kevin Hart. But he's like, the day I learned that I don't make that much money. And
take a second and think about it. Just
I don't pause.
Rush Hour? Was it Kevin Hart? No, it wasn't Kevin Hart. He said, I make a lot of money. But it wasn't Kevin Hart. Someone made money.
He talks about how his friend invited him to go to a birthday party at Disneyland with his kid. Okay, so he brought or with him, their kids and him, whatever it is. And he shows up and the park is empty. Disneyland. The park is empty. He's like, what's going on here? Is Disneyland open? He's like, oh yeah, no, Disneyland's open. I just rented the park for 8 hours. He's like, oh, I don't have that much money, apparently. Yeah, that's all. That's all it's all. Anyways, in case you wondered, apparently you can rent Disneyland for 8 hours. That's what I took away from the story.
all of that for that.
It's a terracotta army. That's why. He's talking about buying terracotta army. It's relevant. It was relevant. Happened this morning.
It was relevant 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, for
But
real.
when you started explaining. Guys, it was Kevin Hart. No, it was Rush Hour. But what happened was, it was a good joke. So anyways, you can buy a part for 8 hours.
Rick, is it worth leaving the car?
Cleric says. I would say it's worth leaving any game you play often.
Yeah. The cars in a game like Pandemic. If you're playing Pandemic often, yes. I find I like the tactile feel of sleeves, so I will sleeve any game that I plan on keeping, even if keeping sometimes ends up being 5 plays and then a year later it's gone. I didn't need to sleeve those cards, but I like the feel of sleeving cards. So yeah. But if I usually save the game to like a second or third play before I sleeve.
My sister just inexplicably bought alcoholic eggnog, so I actually have alcoholic eggnog here. I don't think it will go well with my morning
Meg.
sit-off.
Good question for you.
The weapon question. I saw that. I like weapons.
Good question for you.
I really like weapons.
I'm walking at Origins around with Meg, and she's like picking up these metal dice, and like I'm like, that's a really cool metal dice. She's like, I can smash your skull with it.
Yeah. There was a staff with a dragon on top, and it was like a massive dragon that like moved around the staff, and it had like its face out. And I was like, I just want to clock someone in the head with the staff so badly.
That
What
was
part of the
straight
game
weapon.
can you weaponize? Is that what you guys are talking about?
Yeah.
Just Dark Tower.
Well, no, Meg has to answer the question. Meg knows weapons.
Yeah. Dark Tower.
Oh, dude, she said Dark Tower. That's what I was
She didn't tell
thinking.
She said it first time.
I think other things you could weaponize, anything from metal pieces. Again, they are projectiles. And like we opened up Fog of Love, and those have the card tray things in that. Those are like sharp and pretty pointy that you could like.
Are they? I don't remember that.
What?
I don't remember them being. They're sharp.
Well, they're like sharp edges. I feel like it triangle shaped. If I went as hard as I could into someone's neck, it would cause damage.
Those of you who have this game will agree with me. The giant freaking rat from Black Plague, Zombicide Black Plague, and some of the other creatures too. Those things have spikes on them. They have spikes. They hurt. Like I actually hurt myself on Zombicide Black Plague miniatures multiple times.
Sorcerer's City has metal coins, and it's also in its own tray.
Yeah.
So you could have the whole tray and like.
Just smash people. Yeah, that's going on. Just in case you're wondering, in case you need to know.
Yeah.
Anyways, next up from there.
If you wanted to, another thing you could do to really weaponize is you could take any game and tear up the cards teeny tiny and put it in someone's drink and choke them.
Okay, now this just got dark. Moving onwards.
Are you all the way caught up on The Boys? Did you watch all of season 3?
No, I'm so far behind.
Oh, well
I'm
then,
so far behind.
never mind. I was gonna say Crokinole board, but I'm not gonna say why.
Well, that sounds interesting, but I'm so coconut board inherently could weaponize. Anyways, mom, stop eating the popcorn or you can't play. Okay. You feel delightful. Thanks for those things. Appreciate it. Oh no, I would have not have started that. I would not stand for that Jack of Trades. What did Jack of Trades do?
Drop a copy of Gloomhaven on them. I could also weaponize Gloomhaven and hide inside, pop out and grab.
Yeah.
You have tried to hide in 2 different spots in the house already.
That's kind of my thing.
Meg, I have some calming music and a snuggle blanket I want to send you.
Okay.
Stacy, if you're actually serious about that, reach out. We can figure out addresses and stuff.
Definitely.
Omega
Trove
Rocker.
box. That would.
Oh dear
Stacey,
Lord.
my email is just professormegoak@gmail.com. You can email me if you'd like.
Yeah, the
Alex, Taverns and Dragons.
What
Think
about-
they fixed your issues with it from the last campaign.
So Riddle Sling. So short answer is Taverns and Dragons is a game I liked, but it was a 3.5 for me. It's a game I liked without absolutely
So jealous of
loving
this
it.
shit.
And when it comes to Taverns and Dragons,
Don't worry, my legs can take it.
Comfortable.
when it comes to Taverns and Dragons,
If you can't take my weight, you're in trouble.
I liked the game. I don't know what changes they made to make it potentially better for me. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. What's that?
Nothing.
Okay. This is a family-friendly channel. Family-friendly channel.
You're just saying that because you're upset you didn't hear it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Sebastian, yes, caught up on the boys. Can't wait for next season. I need to finish the boys. I'm like 3 episodes in, but I need to finish going. Meg, asking that we covered that one. Real Sphinx, Time of Dragons, we covered that one. Kat, have you ever considered making a system that can be used for people who can't attend live stream to ask questions? Kat, yes, I have actually. I just haven't actually done it yet.
If you think that Alex hasn't thought of something, he thinks a lot. So.
Multiple times I've considered trying to come up with a Q&A form. Like multiple channels do this. Monique and Naveen do this. What's it called? Think or Thema do this, where they have people send in questions and you can answer them on the live stream. I've debated it. I could or should do it at some point. Maybe. Doing it in a live stream doesn't make sense because that's when you're doing live. So it'd be a full separate video to cover IFQs. Honestly, I should do it because I travel enough that I should use it for those Wednesday situations where I can't do a live stream. So yeah.
Right away he broke.
Immediately
he broke.
It does tickle.
It does tickle. I don't know enough about YouTube for the live stream part. But can you, when you schedule a live stream?
It was a callback.
No one was looking.
It's funny.
I missed it.
When you schedule a live stream, can you already get into chat? Like, could someone go
Thanks,
to a
Tom.
scheduled one and be able to chat?
Yes, but what I've noticed, I don't know enough about this answer, but I know you can have a scheduled live stream where the chat's there. The problem is the chats disappear. They kind of go away until you actually start the live stream, so like things are temporary.
Good question from Sarah Reed. What game do each of you want to play the most right now? And you can say either, like, it doesn't have to be here in the house.
It's not the one we're going to actively play next today, but Cloudspire. I've been trying to properly play Cloudspire the whole week. I mean, I played solo.
Well, if you could read rules properly and make it easier.
I know how to play, you tool. Because I haven't actually tabled it. We keep prioritizing things that are shorter and easier to table over some of the games that we talk about wanting to play because we're like, oh, we'll get to that later today, and they end.
That's why it keeps me around despite my low rating.
Yeah. Well, it's also because Amber's involved. Amber dreams up it. She does.
Have
you
does
never
increase the quality?
Have you never kept a box set because you're like, I really love Architects, and I'll keep Paladin because it's like matches together on the shelf? Yeah. That kind of situation.
No, I just kept one from each of the trilogies. I have Raiders and Paladins.
Yeah.
I got rid of the other ones.
Well, you're a box set.
What did
Okay.
you do with them?
I gave them away or traded them away.
How?
Seth, what games are you each planning to get at Gen Con? Seth, no
That's
games.
okay.
What games
When
are
you have the least
Oh, yeah.
amount of
What do you
storage
wanna
in the
play?
house.
What
you
games
have
are
to
you
get rid
each
of
planning on
games.
getting at Gen Con?
What?
What games are you planning on getting at Gen Con? I have
No.
nothing.
What do you want to play the most right now? You
No,
answer.
that was the next question.
Yeah.
I answered. Oh, what do you want? Oh, follow me. What games do you want to play the most right now?
Cloudspire.
It's my live stream, Meg.
I answered.
It's my live stream.
I would say Frosthaven if I can say anything. I really want to see the new system. I want to see like the 2-player system because it's supposed to be a bit better for you to unlock classes in the town
I didn't realize we were counting games.
Mine would be Oathsworn when it comes in.
Sorry, I give a better answer. than you
Oathsworn
guys.
and a Rainbow Six Siege. If I'm talking about ones in my house, I would love to play Aegea with these guys. I'd love to teach Alex Forbidden Stars fully because we only got a partial game.
Actually, truly, right now, like us together hanging out, I want to play Mind Management.
That's happening.
Yeah.
After the stream, we'll play my management.
And then what games are we planning to get at Gen Con? None for me.
None for me.
Unless I get some from publishers.
To be
Yeah.
clear, I'm not saying I won't get. I just have nothing I'm seeking out. I have plenty of games to backlog. If I see something or if public gives me something, we'll talk. But I have no plans right now.
Yeah, I have no specific games I'm looking for, but I will probably get dice. I look for gemstone dice.
So that I can use them as weapons.
Cat block. Death as a theme. Can you see it? How can you see it implemented? Except, I guess collecting souls probably seems thematic. I mean, that's I think it's most interesting. Trying to figure out the most creative. You know what? Here's a good one. Have you ever played Last Will? Last Will is a Euro game, but the goal of it is you're trying to spend as much money as possible. Your goal is to spend money. Okay, which works. It functionally just ultimately comes down to just reverse getting money, but it works. I think a game which you had to come up with the most.
Spending is reverse getting.
Imagine that.
Well, once you play Last Will, you
Today's
realize.
lesson.
Once you play Last Will, you realize it effectively works out the same thing. It's just themed differently. So when you play, you understand. It makes sense if you play it. But I could see a game.
Did you hear the condescension there?
Yeah.
If you play it, you'd understand. Your small brain can't wrap around it outside of it, abstractly, away from the game. But if you play it, you could
And
get
if you
it.
still don't, we can explain it to you.
I can see a
In
game
60
in
seconds
which
or
you
less.
collected souls, but there are creative ways of how to kill, how to collect souls, points for that kind of thing. But there's a note.
Daddy, you have to go? You gotta go, Daddy?
It is 11:10, which means we'll wrap up shortly. Hopefully without Devon.
Maybe we'll wait for
Nice.
Devon to come back.
Oh, okay. Apparently waiting for Devon to come
Oh,
back.
okay.
What are your thoughts on Oathsworn and Beyond the Sun? I really liked my plays of Oathsworn and Beyond the Sun when I played them, but both are games I've only played once. So I need to play both. I think if I had to guess,
Oathsworn and what?
Beyond the Sun.
Oh, I've never played it.
Beyond the Sun, I think will likely stay in my collection. I really liked it a lot. Oathsworn might be a lot, meaning I still like it. In fact, actually, which one I like more, I don't know. But Oathsworn's more of a commitment. So the question is, yeah, will I play Oathsworn over Frosthaven? Will I play Oathsworn over Chronicles of Duergar? All those are questions. So Oathsworn I'm looking forward to, but I'm a little less excited about it comparatively speaking. Devon better not acknowledge tomorrow's Nerds Day. Oh, Sebastian, yeah. Sebastian's pointing out that tomorrow is Game Nerds Day, which everything goes on sale. Yeah, baby. Reminder for all those who are still here that Devon chose to give away way more money than he can afford on YouTube, and he has a child to feed. So all super chats for the remaining of the stream, all super chats the entire stream, they're going to Devon. So just letting you know. The board game garden. Have you played the Prodigal Club as well? I have not. I'm aware of it. I know it takes the theme and takes it a step further. I haven't played it, unfortunately. I think we're gonna go ahead. Seth, no question. Thanks for entertaining morning. Absolutely. Andrew Butler, you're all in Devon's place in AR. Yes, we are in Devon's place in AR. You make mistakes. You'll learn. What's the best games to play with someone in the hospital who doesn't normally play games?
I would say like roll and writes or something like that. Something that's a bit easy that you can repetitively play to learn.
Yeah. I played Codenames in the hospital. I mean, there are games that I can play. I think the starting baseline there. The starting baseline to that question though is make sure the person wants to play games, because when someone's in a hospital and they don't play games, this is a good time to not push your hobby unless they actively want it. We grabbed Last Will a week back, and the expansion this week so good and fast. Last Will's really solid. I enjoyed it for a long time.
Railroad Ink would be a good one for your partner in the hospital.
Like 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
What?
well, Bruiser just said that.
Yeah.
We just played the Explore and Draw for
That was
Isle of
really
Cats
good.
too.
I
I
like
think that would be a really good choice.
I played Isle of Cats. I don't need to play it again. I like the Explore and Draw version. It takes the best parts and leaves out the fiddliness. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to call this a day because we have other things to do, both fun and potentially videos. I still want to do a Family Feud video with 2 of you. We got all that stuff going on. But until next, oh boy, we'll leave the stream with Mike's hair caught by claw. Until next time, thanks everyone. Appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next week on the live stream. And until next time, make sure to subscribe to Devon Talks Tabletop and Professor Meg, where you can catch different forms of chaos in different types of.
Find Camp Co-op on Twitch.
And Camp Co-op on Twitch.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye, Reese. Reese, say bye. Say bye.
I use that cute.